spring market is well on its way, and now that April stats have come out, we're seeing a really good picture of where things are at for the Toronto real estate market. Let's dive in 3 minutes or less on what's been happening in the market so that you can decipher what's been going on between all the news articles that can spin it any which way they want. These are my key takeaways for the month of April 2024 as we're now a week into May. When it comes to sales are higher than what they were in March of 2024. It wasn't a very strong March as a whole. It was actually the lowest sales in a March from 15 years ago. So 2009 was the last time we saw that number in sales. Sales were also down compared to April of 2023. So even though sales are down from where they were in April of 2023, this was the highest volume sales month that we've seen since June of 2023. And last June, that's when they first increased the interest rate up 25 basis points in 2023. And then they increased again in July. And we saw sales really take a bit of a nosedive since. New listings up 80% from April of 2023. That is a massive jump from where things were in April. Definitely up from March, but compared to last year, 80%, a significant amount more listings. As we've been going along, we've been talking about how the gap between the detached market and the condo market has been growing increasingly bigger and bigger. And generally what happens in that scenario is that condos will typically follow suit as the detached and semi-detached prices start trickling upwards. In March, we saw a $1 million gap, but here in April, that number is now 1.1 million. The detached and semi-detached markets have really been driving the real estate in Toronto in the last few months. And even though months of inventory has been going up, we've been seeing more months of inventory in the condo market than detached and semis. Now, looking at months of inventory, the semi-detached market is still the hottest product in Toronto. However, not quite as hot as where things were in February and March. Both of those months saw less than 1 month of inventory. And now for semi-detached, we're up to 1.87. But now in semis, we're up to 1.3. That's still very much a seller's market, but not quite as tight of a condition as where things were in March at 0.7 months of inventory. For the detached, we're looking at over 2 months of inventory. And if last month in March, we were down to 1.28. If you've been watching this channel, we always talk about 2 being the benchmark. That's super important. If we're under 2 months of inventory, it is a very hot seller's market, especially getting into the 1 range. At 2 or above, we start to get a little bit more balance, still quite in seller territory, but not quite as hot as things are when they're down to 1 month of inventory. For rows and townhouses, we're at 1.87 months of inventory. And for condos, we're at 3.76, which is actually up from where things were in March. And we did see some more condos come to market in the last month. Overall, how's the market? Well, it really depends on the product that you're looking at. If you're looking for a detached or semi-detached property, in general, it's still pretty hot out there for those types of properties and freehold properties in Toronto in general. If you're looking for a condo or townhouse, you probably have some pretty decent choice out there when it comes to going shopping and getting out there to see multiple properties before making a decision. Essentially, what we have is a tale of 2 different sections in the market. We have either the semi-detached and detached properties versus the condos and townhouses. In general, as that price gap continues to get bigger at that $1.1 million gap between condos and detached, typically condos start to follow suit. But if the inventory for condos continues to stay high, we might not see that price growth just yet when it comes to condos in the Toronto real estate market. Hope you found some value in that quick summary on what's been going on in the market. I'm Michael Ouzas. I'm a realtor here in Toronto. And if you wanted more in-depth look on what exactly you're looking for, you can book a call with me in the first link in the description down below. Thanks for watching.